Hi everyone, my name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. We have a lot of new subscribers to this channel. Thank you for subscribing. I am simply a facilitator on this channel, so please leave comments below if you think there are great opportunities in terms of investments. Sometimes I look into those investments and share them with other subscribers that might be interested in those investments and stocks. So I am simply a facilitator and a financial education channel. So feel free to leave comments, ask others in the community if you think they're good picks or if they're bad picks and what their opinions might be. Because it is drastically helping me find more companies for my portfolio, and hopefully it's helping everyone find more companies for their portfolios. So today I'm going to go over a market update, and I think this is an important market update. So I'll jump in here and show you what I have. So precious metals is a sector that I think you need to be looking at right now. Silver and gold moved higher. I think opportunities are in gold and silver at the moment, and I purchased more mining companies in these areas. I think uranium could potentially have a pullback here, a small pullback, not a very large one, and it's only going to be a day or two or three. It's nothing large. I am definitely not selling my uranium holdings, so don't take that the wrong way. Platinum is looking to go higher, and oil and gas had a small pullback as expected. And I can go into those and I'll show you the charts of what I'm looking at. So on this channel, we look at a lot of charts to see what price is telling us. And if we're going to get what's called an impulse move higher, a very large move higher, or not. So we're looking at the price of gold here. We've got this chart pattern, and usually whenever you break chart patterns, you see very large moves happen afterwards. We broke to the downside, and given the market conditions that we have, I figured that this was a false breakup to the downside, and I was waiting for gold to go higher. I cheat because I know market conditions and I know valuations. That's what this channel's about. It's about knowing the ratios, about knowing value, and knowing the market conditions, and figuring out the tailwinds that are behind us. So we broke to the downside. We have a little wick on the bottom, and then we're moving higher. Wicks on the bottom typically mean it's a reversal day. So where we reversed and moved higher here, and we're right at kind of an inflection point. We broke to, I would say, the upside of this resistance here, but we also have this coming through it as well, and it's all of this big intersection point. I bought today. I saw the move higher. I saw the strength, and I'm like, I'm going in. So I cost averaged it into my favorite mining companies and royalty companies. That's what I did. Now I'm going to look at silver. Silver actually broke to the upside of its chart pattern. It's right here. Could this pull back a little bit? Sure. It did finish pretty strong, so it potentially could move, continue the move higher. We could see it just blast away. One thing I want everyone to think about is whenever you have these large patterns, typically they move quite big after them. We are in a very large pattern for silver and gold, and if you were to step back, they're in massive cup and handle patterns. Massive. These could move quite a bit to the upside. So if you're looking at taking positions in gold and silver, what I did was I established those positions today. That's what I did. You can do what you want to do, but that's what I did. Here's platinum on a very large chart. This goes all the way back to the mid-2000s. We are in a 15-year pattern, and it broke to the upside here. This is very bullish. Bullish meaning I think that it's going to go higher. If you like platinum, and I'm going to zoom in here just to show you another thing, a clear break, and I'm going to zoom in one more time. This here went to 1025. If I were to back up, 1025 is this line right here, roughly. We back tested back, and a whole bunch of buyers pushed this higher. This one's about 1,000 down here, just to show you. This right here shows us that there's a lot of strength behind this, and more than likely, since there's a wick on the bottom, we're probably going to see this go higher. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball, and I can't tell you for sure that that's what's going to happen. But I would be a buyer here. I would be cost averaging in, and that is what I have done. So we got the pullback. I had to see what this thing looked like. And we got the wick on the bottom, and the buyers are there. It back tested, and we are good to go. So I'm expecting a substantial move higher along with silver and along with gold. And I think it's going to happen very, very, very soon. If it doesn't. Here's EXK. It's one of the silver mining companies. I just wanted to show you it broke to the upside of its chart pattern with okay volume. I mean, it's not overly huge, but it also broke out pretty strong. A lot of buyers, not many sellers. This was a very small little 2 down days also typically means that you're going to have a big up day. So when it's a signature move that this stock is going to go higher. DSVMF, another one, nice, bigger update with the 2 small down days next to it. Signature move that this thing was going to go higher the next day. I was a buyer here. I liked DSVMF, and it broke to the upside of its downward, its downtrend here. I'm expecting this to go quite a bit higher, along with silver, gold, and platinum. These are all looking very, very good, and I positioned to take advantage of the move going higher. Now I'm going to switch gears into uranium. I know we have a lot of uranium bulls here. I'm looking at CCJ, and whenever you have these wicks on the top like this, typically it means that momentum, so it ran all the way up, and then throughout the day it reversed back. More than likely this is going to come back down a little bit, have a little bit of a pullback. It's not bad. This is where I like to buy. I like to buy on pullbacks to get cheaper shares. So if you like CCJ, this might be a good time over the next few days or a week to cost average in if it pulls back. Encore Energy is exhibiting the same characteristic. I expect a very short little pullback for not very long, and then it's going to go higher in my opinion. Now another thing I want to touch on CCJ. I stepped back out and looked at its chart from a long-term perspective, because that's what I do. I look at these things from long-term perspectives. We are at a very opportune time right now if you want to purchase Camco. If we break out of this pattern right here, now I probably should have drew another one through here, but there's another one coming through here, which also broke that downtrend. I think we could move substantially higher very soon after this next little, if it has a pullback, this next little pullback. So we're kind of right at the top of this chart pattern right here. And typically what happens is buyers will run it all the way up to the top of the chart pattern, and it runs into resistance. It runs into some sellers. The stock will pause at that resistance level and regain energy, so to speak. When it regains its energy, it's going to attack that top line again. And given the market conditions that we have today, given what I've seen in all of the other uranium companies and the market breadth that we're experiencing, this is probably going to break to the upside very soon. And if it breaks to this upside and the size of the chart pattern that it has, I expect it to run quite a bit. It's going to run quite a bit. So if you like Camco, I would be buying it over in cost averaging in over the next few days to either increase position or take a position. This is light crude. This is oil. Again, we broke out of this chart pattern here to the upside. Nice big move, a little pullback, move higher. We're probably gonna have a teeny little pullback, and then I'm expecting it to go higher. There are a lot of headwinds for oil and natural gas at the moment, and there are some tailwinds behind it too in terms of a declining dollar. So is this gonna move substantially higher? I don't necessarily know, but it could by breaking these big patterns. So what I did and what my actions are is I purchased more silver mining companies. I purchased more royalty companies. I am not chasing anything else at the moment, and there might be some uranium companies I might be interested in if I keep looking and seeing some pullbacks depending on what they do. Platinum's in a very good spot to cost average in to whatever you want. Companies or metal, that's what I would be doing. You do what you do, I'll do what I do. But I'm simply stating what I'm doing. obviously for financial education purposes, and for you guys to follow and do what you want to do. This is not advice by any means. So you know what I'm doing now. My focus is on the gold, silver. If we get a uranium pullback, I might be enticed to add to some of those positions. That's for sure. It looks like a lot of money is rotating into these sectors. The tailwinds are behind us. And this is typically the time that I would be buying, is right before and after chart pattern breakouts, just like we have right now. So I took the actions today to pick up some more companies in my portfolio in gold and silver, and even some platinum. If you guys enjoy this video content and channel, please subscribe, click the thumbs up button. And if you guys have any comments, if you want to share any information that you have on some companies, please leave them in the comment section. I appreciate you guys listening, and this channel is finding value. Thank you.